Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. I hope you enjoy the content. I am super happy I am jumping back into Roxy's weekly challenge. It's been a wee while since I've been able to do it, and the one I'm doing is week 26, which is floating book page pockets, and I just finished watching the video like literally right before I put this video on, so I'm super keen to do this project. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So what I have done is I have prepared 1, 2, 3, 4 bases to work with, and I'm going to just show you how to create the base on one, because you can always duck along to Rachel's video at Roxy's Creations or Roxy Creations on YouTube to see her tutorial on how to make them, and it's really good if you do support her because it's her idea. But this is going to be my take on them. I don't know how different they're going to be or whether they're going to be different at all. But so first you need book page. If you don't have book pages, you could use a digital or scrapbook paper or whatever you like. And we're just going to fold in the top and the bottom. So one side I'm folding in a little bit more than the other. So let's go ahead and glue those down. Super simple to make. Like, I had those other 4 bases whipped up in short order, and I even inked around them all to save you that. So I'll ink around this one on camera, but the rest are already inked. Aren't I kind to you? I know not everybody enjoys inking or watching the process of inking. It's just one of those things, you know. I'm generally an inker, and that's what I like to do, and it's part of the process. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Has anyone done this project yet, or going to do it? Or maybe it's new to you, maybe you haven't seen it. Right, so we've glued that down. Can put the glue book to the side for now. And now we fold in one side, so choose which you want to be the inside and which is the outside, and fold it so there's a margin still on this edge that we folded in a bit deeper. You want to go part way under that. You don't want to take it right flush to the edge, if you can see what I'm meaning. And I thought I'd put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it just dinged at me. And that's because I put it on and took it off again. Silly Millie. Silly Millie, what on earth is that? Silly Billy. So now it's back on Do Not Disturb. So anyway, back to the plan. Right, so you've got, it's almost like an envelope but without the closing flap. It's just got this little bit of a flap here that sticks out a bit. And in this shorter side, we're going to put a thumb notch. You don't have to put a thumb notch, but I am going to. So I'm going to put that in there. And now I'm going to ink. So super quick, super easy. And I think the time is definitely in the decorating, particularly for me. Decorating always takes me ages as I fiddle around and and ah over what I want. But that's also the fun part, you know. I don't want to rush something when I'm enjoying it. Right, and the back, it's a floating pocket, so both sides are going to be seen. You could glue it down if you wanted. You could glue it down to a page. There's no reason why you couldn't. But these ones are going to be floating, so I'm going to ink around both sides like so. Done. Right, now just need to glue up the sides of our pocket. So I'm just putting it on the short side. A little fine bead of glue because you don't want to take up too much room in your pocket. And I've got so many books and book pages to use that, you know, I love a book page project. Anything that helps me use my stash is good. Very, very good. Okay, and there we have it. Just like that, we have another base. So I've got 5 bases to work with. Some of them they're all from the same book, a 1923 book, but some of them I did a little bit shorter just to, to vary what I've got. But five pockets to work with. There's no way I'm going to get all these done on camera. But let's just take one and see how far we get. So I've grabbed out a bunch of digitals, and I really want to use one of mine to start with. And I'm really feeling drawn to purple. This is a freebie that's in my Facebook group, Visual Vibes. If you want to pop along to the group, it's in the albums along with a bunch of other freebies. So this one, it just went up yesterday, so it's brand new. And then we've also got these ones. So there's one in yellow. There's a chrysanthemums. Got one in yellow, one in pink, and then one in more of a peachy tone. These 3, so the yellow, the pink, and the peach, they're all freebies on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So you can head along to my Buy Me a Coffee page. You do not have to buy me a coffee at all. These are free regardless. You can just pop in there, grab them, and disappear. No problem. They're in the gallery. So if you head to my page, the link's in the description box, and then go to the gallery, then you'll see these and can download them. There's also a few other freebies. I haven't had the page long, so there's not a lot in there yet, but I'll be working on that over time and adding more stuff in there. This one, the link to the Facebook group is also in the description box, so you can grab that one as well. If you're there, say hi. I'd love you to say hi, but if you just want to pop in, grab it and disappear, that's all good too. I put them up as freebies, not as strings attached. So just, if you like them, go grab them and use them. And if you do use them, oops, didn't go very well. I wasn't concentrating, was I? Tag me on social media if you use them, so I can see what you do. That'd be super fun. I love seeing what you do with digitals that I've produced. It's super encouraging. Oh, this is not going well. I'm determined not to cut it though. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Why can't I tear this properly? Try it a bit quicker. That worked better. Okay. There's barely a white edge on that side, so maybe we'll just leave that as is. And feels like there's actually a curve in my mat or my desk, so maybe that's not helping the matter. Yep, and we know a little bit kinky there. So kinky. Wonky. That's alright, I might have to trim it off with the scissors. Let's see if we can get this one. Hold your breath. Oops. We got half of it. Well, isn't this fun to watch? Grappling with tearing off tiny little strips. Let's hold it down nice and tight and, oops, hit the camera, why not? And I still didn't get it. This is just getting ridiculous. I'm going to trim that last bit, and I'm sorry if I made you wobble. It's all sorts of fun and games here. Right, so we have got there. Right, now, I'm not sure exactly what I have in mind with these. I'm just kind of winging it. I've just watched what Rachel did, and that's great, and I love her style. It's awesome, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do or how I'm going to, make the process my own. Because I think that's really cool to take an idea and make it your way and style it your way. Right, well, I really like that. I think that is super fun. It's beautiful and colourful. I also was given a couple of bags of fabric scraps from a quilter friend. And I've got a couple of purples here. I've got that lighter purple and I've got a darker purple. Let's see. Lots of strings. I haven't been through the bags yet. Like it's only 2 or 3 days since you dropped them off. And I haven't, I don't want to get into a mess on the couch because I'm spending most of my day on the couch. And it's not a lot of room to spread out. It's only a 2-seater and half of it's taken up with blanket and quite often a cat or two. So my space for spreading out is not big. I'm always dropping things and losing things. I was doing a bit of journaling this morning and dropped a number 2. Fortunately I found it, but I dropped something yesterday or the day before, and for the life of me and my husband searched too, we cannot find it. And I was really disappointed because I was about to glue it onto a page in my journal. It was just a little magazine cutout, but it said fragile. And I wanted to use it. And it's gone AWOL. Oops, don't need the hair in there. Dispense with that. So do we like the pale purple? Kind of thinking I'm going to like this one. Yes, I like this one. Just going to grab out my other pair of scissors that I try and keep for fabric, just because they haven't been used for anything else. They're not deer scissors, like they're only literally a couple of bucks. But I thought they might be better than my paper scissors that have been used on zillions of pages of paper. So I don't know, I'm just playing here, I'm just sort of pondering, and that didn't glue down properly there, so let's just get a little bit of glue on that edge of that pocket. So we don't want our pocket splitting open somewhere down the track. Now I'm not sure whether I want the fabric or whether it's just the width of it is not making me happy. Maybe it's too wide because I quite like this width. Shall we cut it or tear it? There we go. I was hoping it was going to tear okay because I didn't know. I thought it might, but it's gone a bit curly. It's okay. Strings. And it's not straight. That's okay. I'm going to just pop that down the edge because I like it. And it's going to overhang slightly, so it's not going to be contained within this. It's going to overhang here slightly. And these you can pop in a pocket, you can clip them to a page, you could pop them in a belly band. I just see a little chink there that didn't tear off, so I'm just going to grab that before I forget. Oops, and I used the fabrics, well, so-called fabric scissors. That was clever. Okay, I need to put them to the side actually. Otherwise I'll just grab without looking, and yeah, I won't have fabric scissors again. I need proper fabric scissors, really. I can't find my good fabric scissors that I used to have. They've been missing for probably 15 years, give or take. They've just vanished, which is super sad. No idea where they would be. I'm sure in that time, if they were around, we would have come across them. Right, I'm going to put that way around. Whoops, put a bit of extra glue, but never mind. Just wipe off that excess glue. There, no harm done. And I just use my alcohol-based glue to put that on. So we've got that little bit of fabric just hanging over the back, which I think is just adding a little bit of texture. So let's put this on here. So back to the glue stick. I could use, actually I might, combination I think, just so I'm not making mess. I think I'm going to do glue stick in the middle and then my tacky glue around the outside. That way I'm not going through a ton of glue pages, because I already went through a couple just gluing the flaps down on the bases. There we go. Oops, not quite centered and a little bit crooked, but it's landed. And I think it's fine. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, perfectly centered. It just has to look pretty. That's all we're trying to achieve, is to look pretty. Okay, so we definitely want to dress that up. I have no idea what I want to dress it up with. We could go a butterfly, but I think these are probably a bit small. Although it's pretty. I do have some a bit bigger. Which folder? Which folder? This folder, I think. Have we got one that goes with purple? Not sure we do. The bluey green ones. It might work. It might. We won't know until we try. Which one do we think would work better? That one's sort of got more blue in it, but I'm not adverse to the yellowy greeny ones either. Maybe this one, since it's out on its own. Let's have a wee look. Sorry, I am going to do a bit of cutting here. Hope it works, since I'm going to cut it out on camera. So what's on your crafting desk at the moment? Let's just have a wee chat while I'm cutting this. What projects are on your table? What are you working on? How long have you been working on it? Are you doing a new project, or in the middle of a bigger project, or about to finish a project of some description? Let me know what you're up to. I have spent most of the last 5 weeks stuck at home by myself inside, not able to get outside, and the only times I've got outside when I've had to go for hospital appointments and stuff like that. So very few and far between. And I'm really, really looking for a bit of conversation. So let me know. What are you up to? What are you filling your days with? Are you working, going outside the house and working? Is the weather hot, cold, wet, dry, windy? I don't care if we talk about the weather. It's always a go-to, isn't it? What's happening in the weather at your place? And is it your favourite season, your least favourite season, or do you just enjoy every season for what it brings? I do enjoy every season, but tend to get to the point by the end of each season that I'm really ready for the next one. Apart from probably spring, I would say. Spring and autumn, where it's like I could quite happily go on in those seasons for longer. Because they're sort of milder. Generally, they have a good mix of not too hot, not too cold. But yeah, summer and winter, by the end of the seasons, I'm usually like, I'm ready for the next season, ready for a break in temperature. Okay, now is it still too small? I think we could get away with it, because I don't want to, you know, cover up this beautiful floral, because I really do love that. Label, definitely want a label of some description. And we could probably go quite large. So let's see what, so they're quite large. Not sure if I want the heavy border. Oh, these could be interesting. Got a couple of quite large ones here of these apothecary labels. So I think there's a couple more in here. Yep. Jamaica ginger, lemon, or, oh no, there's another one, lemon sugar. Ooh, sounds sweet. Sweet and tart. So it is introducing yet another colour though, isn't it? But I don't mind that. Does it cover up too much? No, I don't think it does. But I'm just wondering about the colour, whether it's just introducing too much. I mean, it's neutral, so it should be fine. Don't know that I've got any purpley big labels. We could try one of these other ones. Sorry, I'm reaching. I hope I'm not getting my head in the camera, blocking your view. That would just be charming, wouldn't it? Well, we could go a different shape. That's kind of nice. Got flowers. There's some blue in this one. It might be. I like that better. Yep, I think that's working for me much better. Just, I think the colour works better. The size isn't covering up too much of the prettiness. So yes, I'm happy with that. So let's, I don't know if this needs distressing, but just in case there's a bit of white border, I think ultimately it would disappear into the background anyway, but you know, let's give our butterfly a bit of an edge as well, a bit of a frame. Well, it sounds like there's some sort of digging equipment working somewhere nearby. There is a big subdivision down the road, and they're putting in lots and lots of housing, but that machinery sounds a heck of a lot closer than that. Right, just gonna ink up the antenna, the white around the antennae. There we go. Now, don't put the glue book away. Gosh, it's almost lunchtime. Now, where did we want that? We'll put it about there. Still leaving plenty of that beautiful floral showing. So I think I'm probably, I was hoping to get, you know, at least a couple done, but I think I'm probably only going to get one done, because I'm getting hungry and it is like 2 minutes to 12. So by the time I finish this one, it's going to be after 12 and I'm ready for some food. Oops, I don't think I put that straight, but never mind. It is stuck down now because I've already pressed it down with the card. So it's there to stay. Just wondering about something here actually. Again, I don't think I've got purple. Oh, maybe I do. Solitude, well, that's kind of what I've got at the moment. These are kind of a purpley colour. Kind of don't want to sit it over that floral because that's the only whole original bit in that's showing, and it would be a shame to cover that up, although wouldn't be the end of the world either. Could pop it there. Could pop it. I feel like I need something here though. Okay. I mean, we could still, I don't think we'll use Solitude, but we could still pop this over here, maybe. It's kind of not looking balanced though. Thinking something round. We got a little round thing. Oh, I know. So this is from Shabby Cottage Studio. This label. And then I've got these. Oh, I've got bits of weird stuff in there. Let's get rid of that out of there. These are from a set I bought recently, Junk Journal Studio. And these are the little ones. So the bigger ones are in my folio there, but the little tiny ones I've just got in this dish at the moment because I was finding they were getting too lost in the pockets in my folio. So I'm going to have to figure out a different way of storing these. But at the moment they're just in this little plastic container. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be round. There, I like that actually. It's random. Random's good. We can do random. Just a little something. And because this border is black, then this black ties in with it. Oh, I've got to stop and deal with my nose again. Right, now we can carry on. Yes, no. Yes, I'm going to do it, even though I cover that flower. It just kind of feels to me like it's creating a flow. Otherwise, there's kind of just this block up here as well. So I am going to do it. I'm going to stop overthinking it and just do it. This butterfly is a freebie from Facebook from a group I used to be in. I don't know if they're still available or not. It was many, many years ago. Right. Yes, I'm happy with that. I think that's looking lovely. Okay, so now this side. Now, I really like this image. It's of an old stone book, essentially. Probably belonged to the Palace Library at Nineveh. Okay, so very, very old. It's broken and everything, but it's cool. It's got a cool texture and it's interesting. They reckon it's from the year 4000 BC. So that's kind of old, isn't it? That's kind of old. I am not sure what I want to do with this. Got this wee scrap of the paper here. Could just pop yeah, I like that. I'm just going to throw that down there. I'm not going to fully decorate this because I don't want to cover up all of this image, and I don't want to cover up all of the information about it either. Like, I want to leave the about what it is and the year, which is up here, of when it was from. I think that's interesting. Oops, that's got a white edge on. Never mind, we can live with a white edge. Okay, and we need something down here. I don't want that white space really. So let's look for a longer, and I spy some here. So these again are Junk Journal Studio that I'm grabbing out. Just that there, I think. I'm going to give it some ink. My leg's starting to sting a little bit. I did have it up at the beginning of the video and then got frustrated, so I put it down, and now it's starting to sting a little bit. So I think my foot is at the kind of at the end of its ability to cope for the moment. So definitely only getting one done, but I hope it's been helpful. I hope it's been interesting to see me do just the one. I would still love to do the rest, and I haven't worked out what to put in them yet. So when Rachel did her video, she didn't make the things that were going to go inside, but she did pull out what she was going to use, the image or the card that she was going to use to decorate up to put inside. I'm not going to even get that far. Okay, so I like that. Do I want something up here? We could use a smaller butterfly actually. Have we got one with purple on? These butterflies, where are they from? I want to say Art Craft Smart. I'm not positive if they are. I will try and remember to look it up and link all the shops that I've mentioned, or at least write them down in the description box, because I'm not positive that's the same butterfly. That's right, I printed this set off twice. Yeah, I think so. Let's just pop a butterfly there. And I've got a smaller set of these that are printed half size that I still need fussy cut. I just actually came across them this morning. I had temporarily mislaid them, and all that happened was they got caught up in another stack of papers. So I pulled them out, and hopefully I'll get those done this afternoon. No, I think I want it, yep, that side. I don't know why, I just do. Don't stick. Need to change out my glue page. So this butterfly's got a little hint of purple in the end of its wings. Here we go. So we got one done. Little floating pocket that will go in a journal. So grab my journal here for July, which is the one I'm working in. Just turn to a random page, and it could be clipped in there like that, or it could go in a belly band, be tucked in a belly band, or if you had a a big pocket or even a side pocket, then you could tuck it in there. Plenty of room. The size of them will depend on the size of the book page that you're using, so bear that in mind. If you've got a really big book page, you might want to trim it down a little bit more so it will fit into a journal. But I love that. I think that's really pretty. Very, very happy with the frog is really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I hope you enjoyed, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Do leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, what you're up to, what you're working on, what the weather's doing. I don't care. Just tell me something. Bring me out of my own little world would be super appreciated. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon, my friends. Take care. Bye.